Vlad?
Yeah, Vlad Kreimer, Soma Laboratory.
It's a big pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
And I would like to talk about the philosophy of your music, approach to music, and to designing devices that for spiritual enhancement. Would you think that would be a fair description, that your devices are for enlightened purposes?
Yeah, let's say maybe more even for contemporary time, like a way to remember that the most important thing in the music is a musician, is a human, is a live human soul. So any kind of synthesizers is just a tool. And during past 2000 years, we have everything which you need for create awesome music. So the most important thing is you as a musician, and that is why my intention with my synthesizers keep this way of thinking, even in our crazy time where machines soon will do everything instead of us. So my machines cannot play itself. You have to be behind, and my machines is transient for your energy. This is the most intention, and probably the most challenge in my work. So how to preserve this impulse from a live human soul and just transmit it to audience, and to make it transparent for your tiniest movements of your soul, how to involve audience and a musician to be more concentrated in your inner state than tweaking of knobs and remember a lot of functions, mix yourself with 100 windows and all this stuff. So it's a way of meditation, let's say. So it's a way of maybe new spirituality which I try to bring in this world, because myself I miss a lot it in the contemporary life. It's more and more mechanical, less and less individual. So I feel that I lose my soul, I lose my spirit in this metallic and silicon jungles, and that is why I try to create a kind of wild machines, a kind of ritual machines. For you feel yourself as a shaman maybe, and you can use this stuff. So this my main intention behind all these creations and developments.
It's to humanize the mechanical,
Yeah.
so because your device is clearly made from metal and and using electricity, but the crucial part is the thing that ignites it is the human input.
I just give you two bright examples. The first one is well-known violin, considering like most live instruments, but what is in fact just four metal strings, metal wires, piece of tails of horse, and a piece of wood. So it's also mechanical, but not with semiconductors, and also theremin. It's like my icon because it's stupidly simple. It's just, if you can transit it to usual synthesizers, it's just a sound generator with a tune knob and volume knob, nothing else. But how big influence on the whole culture. This is the only one instrument, the only one synthesizers which widely recognized in academical music. Why? Because it's very deep connected with your soul. What we miss in contemporary synthesizers, everything does instead of a musician. We just triggering events, like triggering envelopes, triggering sequences, but it plays itself. But if you can create a kind of synthesizers which very deep connect with your body, with your movements, real movements in real time, we will get the same result. And it doesn't matter it's physical, analog, digital. The most important thing, can you reach directly the sound core? So like with violin, with theremin, you can be connected with sound core in the shortest possible connection. That's the most important thing. And with the side with Lyra, with the pipe and all the rest of my instruments, you can be connected with actually what produce sound, not just triggering some mechanical events. That's the point.
So and as you mentioned, the meditative qualities of this is obviously very good for the soul, good for the inner peace and calm. So your instruments are maybe creating more harmony, even though they may sound disharmonious. They actually create harmony because they increase and enhance the joy of living.
Yeah, the joy of exploration and the joy to be awareness about yourself. Because if you are produce the sound, you have to be aware about what is your inner state. Because what is I really don't like. Sorry, now a lot of performances are just pre-programmed sequences. In the best case, in the worst case, just a playback, just press play knob, nothing else. And I would like to suggest, offer to musicians this experience of life exploration of yourself and sound machine right on the stage. So it's like philosophy how to be unsafe on the stage. If you're unsafe, you start to be energized, you start to be attentive what goes on around, and then a real performance can be started, in my opinion.
The safety net needs to be removed. The element of danger needs to be there. The survival instincts need to be enhanced.
Yeah. So we are too safe now, in one hand, but too unsafe in the other hand. But in this part of our life, I think we have to be more unsafe.
Yeah, amazing. Going into the future then, do you have ideas that are still forming, or do you know where you will be going next with the later?
I am going to create more and more flexible instruments. So now we are starting new project with name Ener. It's even step further after the Lyra, how to be even more flexible. So we will use body of the artist as the only one mixer. So no mixer, no patch cables, only the body of a musician. So you can even play whole performance, even don't touch any knobs or switches. Only your body and the synths, nothing else.
Will a different body react differently then?
Sure.
So your physical size and physical will affect.
different timbre. So our skins and what's inside our body has its own capacity, its own resistance, and it's very depend of your emotional state. How do you move your fingers? Is it sweat or not? Exactly in this moment. So it's but the most important thing that's very responsive to tiniest movements of your fingers. It's not just like uh, like 0 and 1 in some functions, but it's just hold the tiny universe in each point of connection, because it's a lot of small particles inside of your finger, so it's hold the incredible life, invisible life. But if it's just 0 and 1, we can hear it because the middle is missed.
Amazing. Well, Vlad, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you too.
Yeah.
For the understanding and the questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I loved it.